you don't work like this many years to get to where you are, to put the phone down now. Like, and I
just means more. And I don't know. I just want moms to feel proud when they wear it. Like, yes, I'm a mama. Yes, I have kids.
Out there, we're
dope. We are dope. We are so.
We always gotta preface it with something.
What had happened was.
Yes.
And because representation matters.
Oh, yeah.
The more
when I hear Victor, I'm about to beat this face. Yeah. That is awesome. I'm like clapping for you, sis. That's great. That is
I'll
great.
clap for myself.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and launch my own business because I see so many business owners.
Don't even listen to that little voice on the inside of you that's like, because I know I was like, listen, I'm still wearing my mask. I don't know what you're.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to season 3 of the Sadie Says It All, Meet the Woman Behind the Business series. Yes, it's season 3, y'all. And I'm so excited to be back here with you. We took a little break from filming, but now we're back. Been busy, child. We've been busy. But all good busy, and made some great connections in the meanwhile. So anyhow, but and I'm so pleased to say that our home now is the GIM Network. It is Golden Ink Media. It's the GIM Network for women, y'all. So happy to be there because it features content with women in big roles behind the camera or in front of the camera. So, it's great content for women, things that, we as women enjoy. So it's something you definitely want to check out. And we are actually looking for content. So if you are a filmmaker, a director, an actress, a producer, honey, you doing all that work, get your stuff seen. Come on over to GIM Network so we can see what you're doing. So yes, please reach out to GIM Network. You can reach out to me. And we can, see about getting you set up and getting you on there. Now, this is episode 1 of season 3 of Sadie Says It All, Meet the Woman Behind the Business series. And we always bring you the guest, honey. We bring you the guests that are fire. Fire. Yes. So today is no exception. We have with us Joy W. Now, Joy is the owner and the founder of Be the Difference Clothing LLC. Welcome, Joy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I have such a great introduction. I love it.
That's what I'm here for, to hype y'all up, to let everybody know all this greatness that's out there, because you all know that Meet the Woman Behind the Business is all about supporting Black women small business owners. It is about giving them the exposure and the visibility. That's what it's about. Because a lot of times you can have the best product in the world, and if ain't nobody seeing it, then what you doing? What are we doing? You know what I mean? So it's important to get us out there, because a lot of times, we get the short end of the stick, and we here to kind of offer some balance. Okay. Now, so Be the Difference Clothing LLC, y'all, is all about positivity. So, Joy, I'm so glad to have you here today. Now, please tell us, where are you located? Because I like to let the viewers know where these businesses are physically.
Okay. Well, we are an e-commerce primarily, but I am located in Jersey. Yes. In Jersey City, a small little town, the small big town of Jersey City. So, I'm happy to be from there for the most part. But tri-state all day.
But it feels good to actually, usually, I have guests on from all over, and I used to live in Jersey. I lived in Jersey because I'm from South Carolina originally, but I lived in Jersey from 96 to 2015 or so. I was in Jersey for a long time.
It was on the come up by the time you left.
Yeah. And girl, let me tell you, I used to hang in Jersey City, around the Jersey City, Hoboken Park, when they got all the little restaurants and bars popping. I was like, So Jersey City is actually like, when I was leaving there, they had a lot of stuff like coming to be like restaurants, and they had painted the middle of the street green. And I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, they've done a lot more since then. It's like pedestrian friendly. So for us drivers, it's very difficult to navigate. They've closed streets off just so restaurants could have their seating outdoors, like in the street.
Right,
so
right.
There's a lot you could say about that, but
yeah. Now, but yeah, I mean, I will say, yeah, it's got to be aggravating for the drivers. I wasn't even thinking about that, because when I was there, I was, walking, we were hitting up the restaurants and hopping around. So we walking around, I was like, oh, this is great. I was like, it's like New York, block their little, I said, this is great. But yeah, as a driver who's used to driving and navigating a certain street just home, I know this probably got to be a headache.
New York is the same thing. So I think Jersey City followed Manhattan's suit. Because it's the same thing. I drove in Manhattan like a month or two ago, and I was like, what in the world is going on? I was scared. I was traumatized. I was so traumatized. I was like, take me out this car, put me in an Uber, please.
I can't do this no more.
Yes. I was like, please, I can't take this.
Yeah. Oh God, girl, I'm always finagling with this phone. Okay, so now, Be the Difference clothing. Now, you already know that it's a positive message with that. You know it is, but if you could please tell me a little bit about how Be the Difference clothing came to be. Like, how did that come about?
I mean, it was kind of interesting, and there's like a little twist in there. So I used to go to the gym like 7 days a week, right? And at that time, I was managing a Christian rap artist, and the contract was dissolved. So I increased my intake at the gym, and so I had to admit on Facebook that I, after going to the gym, I go and get Snickers bars and ice cream, right? And that's a big no-no when you're working out. Like when you're like in the gym, you like ice cream, all that. Like you're not supposed to be doing that after no workout. So I posted that on there. I said, work hard, snack harder, right? And one of my family members was like, you should make that a shirt. And I was like, okay. I had already done everything for this artist. I had learned how to, become incorporated, trademarked, copywritten or copyright to do a copyright on the music and the lyrics. So it was easy. So it was a great, even though it was an ending at the time, I didn't understand, but it blossomed into this. So that is pretty much how the first t-shirt was made. And then I wanted people to take the company more serious. So I then incorporated in 2013. Okay. And then shortly after that, I trademarked. And it only took a year, which was like really, really good for trademarking. For trademarking, it usually takes a lot longer than that. But, went through the whole entire system. There was no trademark, no watermark like Be the Difference clothing. And that's what I like to base my company on, and just being original and not being like anyone else. This is the logo. Well, you won't be able to see it because of the green screen, but it was just really dope how everything worked out. So the other part in how I became a little bit more serious with the company, I was driving back from an event, and I had never seen this a day in my life, but I saw a woman or a person like all the way backwards. So, they were like high as a kite,
right,
and stuck. And I had never seen that. Like you could see that in other places, but where I live in Jersey City, that's not where you would see something like that. So that person was literally on the corner when I was turning. And the only thing that I could think of, or the first thing I thought of, was like, dang, I'm just like everybody else. We feel bad, but we drive by. Right. And I wanted to make a bolder statement. And then there were other situations that were going on that pushed me into making, if you look on the website, the t-shirt called Addiction Kills the Family. So it has the wording, but I wanted it to have a realistic effect. So I made sure it was like bear claws, just ripping the family apart with like blood gushing everywhere. And I just wanted people to understand the seriousness of addiction. And it's not just substance abuse, but also when I drove by, I was like, I know when she was a baby or a kid, no one ever grows up saying, I want to be an addict.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, while we can be very like, oh, that's their problem, they wanted it, they should have never tried to drug. Well, people don't necessarily understand their history. What if she was adopted? What if her mother and father were addicts and she didn't know? When you drink a beer or a wine, it doesn't do anything to you, but someone else, one sip could turn them into an addict because it's in their bloodline. So I wanted the company to have something that was effective, and a message like that is effective. And I just, outside of substance abuse, I want everybody to be aware of what it means for you. Some people is working. Some people it's the internet. Some people it's your phone. Some people it's pornography. It's there's so many things, but I believe anything that takes away from family time can become an addiction. So just something for people to think about. So that is how Be the Difference, the nucleus of Be the Difference clothing came about. And then we just came across doing different things, like different messages and stuff. So it's just, it keeps growing and developing. But the core of Be the Difference clothing is to raise awareness.
Right.
And even if it doesn't become the most popular thing, because a lot of what will be said or spoken about, people might feel uncomfortable, but guess what? In order to get better, you have to be uncomfortable so that you can become comfortable, you know? So that's a little bit about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I was saying, just the name alone, Be the Difference, so it lets you know that it's coming from a positive standpoint. But also, like you were saying, the addictions, sure. And people may hear about an addict and think, just like you were saying, someone who is addicted to a particular substance. But honey, there are so many more addictions out there that may not do as much to you physically, but it doesn't mean that it's not tearing apart particular relationships. Exactly. Your mindset, like so there are other addictions. Don't just think that the word addict, they're talking about some form of a substance, It's just that's the form that you're most familiar with when you hear the word addict. But there are so many other addictions out there, and just you addressing that and letting it be known that it's just addiction, period.
Right. And we should feel comfortable being okay, not being perfect. We are all imperfect beings, creatures, humans. And the more people get more comfortable understanding that and being okay with it, the more you can be transparent and actually heal from things that have been traumatizing you for however long. I love nature, and I've learned that the more I try to connect with nature, the more aware I become in how human nature really should be trying to follow suit with that, being peaceful and just living. Like, what are we living for? Like, I mean, material wise, we shouldn't be just living for material things. We should be living to be together, to have that togetherness, to have a bond with other humans, because you just never know. Just like how you and I met. I just kept on seeing your posts, and it just kept on being at the right time. You just don't know what can happen or what you may be doing for someone. They're like little gateways for each other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let me say this. Like, we're connecting now, but I don't know if you remember. Perhaps you do. But when I think I was still living in Jersey at the time, and I used to host a lot of autism events. You sponsored one of my events.
For real?
bought a sponsorship for the Step and Repeat for one of my events.
That's
It was
so dope.
and I was thinking about that. I was like, because I thought it was the same business. And then when I went into not this particular email on my Gmail account, but my other Yahoo account, when I went into it, I was like, that is the same.
So dope.
Email popped up. And I was like, what is it? And I was like, I wonder if I said, you know what? She probably don't even remember. Because a lot of times, like I used to be a vendor and I would participate with different events and what have you.
Yeah.
You're so busy participating with stuff, you may not even remember which show was that, what kind of show was that, and you don't remember. But when I saw your logo too, I was like, I'm pretty sure
That's so dope.
Same one. Yep.
Oh wow, that's so dope. And that's the other thing too. Like the company is about giving back as well, to worthy causes. And just to piggyback a little bit off of what you said, I love babies. Like I just love them. They're so cute. Blah blah blah. But my coworkers around our birthdays, we all buy the office. The office buys people cakes for their birthdays.
Right.
And so I said, you know what? I want to forsake my cake. Well, primarily because I was so shy. I didn't want everybody singing to me, right? So that was I want to forsake my cake and just donate it to a charity. And my coworker, my manager, knows that I love babies. Right. So she found a charity that's located in New Jersey that deals with babies. Like, unfortunately, the name of the charity is called Hayden's Heart. Unfortunately, Hayden did pass away, but the charity raises awareness for babies with congenital heart disease. Okay. And after she donated to that, like when I got the card from them donating, I was like, oh, wow, this is great. Right. But then fast forward a year or two later, when I started my business, I just felt deep down in my soul, like, yeah, you can be an inspirational company, but you got to give back. Like, aren't you supposed to give back? People, I don't want to just feel like I'm just profiting off of, each sale. So I was just like, let me find out. So I spoke to the mother and the father, Hayden, and I said, can I donate to your charity? Can I donate to your charity as a business? And they were like, okay. So from 2014 on up into this day, I've been donating 10% of all of the clothing sales to that charity. So every month I send them a check, no matter how big or small it is. But I send them a check. So I'm proud of that. But it just shows like how everything connects. You do, my coworker did that, then I didn't remember, but I know that, it's not far from. That's so dope.
Yeah. And I was like, I think that's the same logo. I was like, I'm pretty sure. And then when I put in your email, I was like, I was like, she probably don't even remember. And then the thing is if someone did do that and they remembered that, it's not something that they would be like, hey, remember, I bought a sponsorship for you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I just wanted to bring it to your attention and let you know that I remember that and always appreciative of that, because my younger daughter has autism. So at the time I was doing a lot of autism events when I was in Jersey. And but anyhow.
So wow, like that made me happier.
I mean, you never know how things come like full circle, come back around. And I think I was mentioning, like, whenever I do these Meet the Woman Behind the Business episodes, I have yet to have had a woman on from Jersey.
Oh.
So everybody I always talk to, they're in Houston or they're in, and I never know until I, have them on the show really, are they in the DMV area, or they're in LA? And, I'm like, well, what's the weather doing there? What's it doing? They're like, girl, I'm 4 miles from the beach, or I'm this and I'm that. And I'm like, it's cold.
Yeah, it's really cold.
But so it's good to be able to connect with the sister that's right next door now, because I'm in Pennsylvania now, but still I'm back and forth in North Jersey all the time. So, but it's good to connect with the sister that's over here.
Yeah. You know what? I have a track record and a trend for being a lot of people's firsts. Like I do a talk show on YouTube. It's called Hello World. And a lot of people that I've interviewed is either their first time being interviewed or the first time being interviewed by another YouTuber on YouTube. And I'm like, for real?
I got that title.
Yes. And now I'm your first Jersey girl.
Yes. Yes, my first Jersey
on
girl.
the first episode of season 3.
Yes, first episode season 3. Yes. Okay, so I'm all giddy right now. You bring the good energy, and that's the great thing. Like most of the all the women I have here on the show, like you got to be a certain type of mindset, anyways, to go into business, for yourself, and just to be able to connect with all of these beautiful, gorgeous Black women, that are doing their things, and we're all positive and supporting one another. And it just brings about this amazing energy. And it's like I'm on a high whenever I'm done with my interviews, and I'm just like smiling, and my husband looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm just happy. Happy. But okay, so I do want to say, as you mentioned, your YouTube channel, because what I'm going to do in this video, as all the viewers that are familiar with this show know, I will include images of her products, her sweatshirts, or her items. I will include images as we have our conversation, and I will also include her YouTube channel information so that you can go and check out her YouTube channel, because look at all this amazing energy. You want to absorb some of that. You need that in your life. You do. I'm trying to tell you, it's good for you. There you go, girl. Put it on now. So you want to make sure that you check out Joy's YouTube channel. So we'll make sure we have the information for you there. So my next question for you, I do want to ask, because you have your Instagram page. I'll also include her Instagram information so you can follow her there. So you have your Instagram page, you have your YouTube channel. Like, what do you find has been, and really, I can't even ask that, because you never really know what's been the most successful for you as far as getting the word out about your business, because you never know. Sometimes people could just be talking you up, and that brings about business. So what do you find, to be like, I guess I will ask, your most successful as far as you actually reaching the people?
Well, I mean, the most access that people have to me would be the YouTube, because I do, like I said, I do a live talk show every day. I'm on a journey actually with that talk show, the Hello World talk show. I do it every single day. I'm trying to reach 1,000 episodes. Okay. And as of today, I am at 928 episodes. So I'm almost there. So people have access to me on a live aspect of that. Once I get my 1,000 episodes, then I'll be more versatile on other platforms. But I believe, to be completely transparent, I believe the YouTube, because I get to speak to people, through the computer. We type, and then they follow me. They are also connecting, not follow me. I hate to say that, but people are also connecting with me on Instagram, on Facebook, TikTok. It's just all about connecting with as many people as possible. But genuinely, what I can see are the people on YouTube, because I can actually talk to them. Now, Instagram and TikTok, people may message here and there, but I don't know them as much as I can, since I've grown with all of the YouTube people. And that's about 4 years now. It's been almost 4 years since I've had the talk show. So, I've met so many people on there. People have supported my company. I have books now. Like, I got 5 books now.
Yes, we got to put that information up too. We got to, yes. So
this is the most recent one. I'm self-published, y'all. Yes, your girl is self-published. And you know what, too? I made it big print just because my aunt got low vision. So you don't need your readers, okay?
You don't have to
You don't
grab
need your readers. You don't need your readers. Okay, I got 5 books, and one of them is only available on my socks. And once I get all of that part 2 book on the socks, then I'm going to discontinue that book. So I technically have 5 copyrights to books. They're all original quotes. Again, I like to do things in decency and in order. And I never, ever want anybody to say that I'm copying them or that I took something. Because you know what I'm saying? I like to give people credit for what they do.
Right.
So when you get a copyright, they got to go through the whole system to make sure it doesn't match with anyone else. And I got my copyright. And every single one of my books, the longest book that I had to wait for my copyright, I would say was about 6 months. And typically a copyright can take years as well. Yeah. But that's how original, and I'm proud of myself for that, but that's how original these things are. And I can't say that I got all of the inspiration on my own, because I'm inspired by people. I'm inspired by things that personally go on in my life. I'm inspired by whatever God, creator, or whoever you guys believe in gives me. So like, I can never ever say Joy just did it herself, because I've always been inspired. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, we all are. We're inspired, just like it could just be a conversation. You know what I mean? And you're inspired by something. We should all be inspired by something every day. I would hope so, you know? And you know, you should be proud. You should be proud. We should celebrate our wins, celebrate them, because honey, I mean, a lot of times if you're sitting around, and don't get me wrong, I know we all may have people in our lives that clap for us, but if you're sitting around waiting for that all time, no, celebrate yourself, have your own little dance party if you have to, because that's a big deal to be able to do that. And the purpose of this show too, with the whole meet the woman behind the business, is because a lot of times we have businesses, we have things out there, and this is giving people a glimpse inside, you know, at that woman behind the business. So you may be inspiring somebody just by, you know, them watching this, and that will, you know, tell them, you know what, I'm going to go on over there. Not to say that's the only reason you're doing it, but I'm going to go on over there and check her page out. I'm going to check her book out. Wow, she really said some things that really resonated with me. I'm going to check your book out. I'm going to see, you know what I mean? And it's all about getting to know that woman that is building her empire, if you will. I know everybody say that, so it sounds cliche, but you know what I'm saying. You know, she's doing her own thing. And I just love being able to, you know, extend another platform, if you will, for you to be able to do that. And also let everybody know, Be the Difference Clothing, honey, we had an awards contest for Hype Magazine. She was one of the finalists in, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 different categories. I don't know.
Like 5.
I'm like, Be the Difference Clothing. You know why? Because she does so many things. She not only has the clothing line, but she is an author, and she does have her YouTube channel. So there are just so many things that she's involved in that gives her, you know, that platform that, you know, for her to be able to be in those areas. And her business will be featured as one of the finalists. Her business will be featured in Hype Magazine for this first issue. There you go. Of 2022. There you go, another first.
You see?
Yes. So we're excited just to be able, I mean, I'm thankful to Hype Magazine for, you know, even hearing me out when I brought it to them. I was like, yeah, you know, when we had a contest and had, you know, they're like, yes. And I was like, yeah, you know, so I'm excited for, you know, just to, you know, give everybody, you know, another little pat on the back, if you will, you know. So
yeah, it was cool. Thank you so much for that. It was cool.
Yeah. All right. So now, anybody who watches this show knows that I like to play a little gamey game, you know what I mean? Called Culture Tags with my guest. Now, Culture Tags is a game where there is an acronym on the front of the card.
Lord.
And then but it's fun. I give clues to what that acronym is, but I cannot say any word that is included in the answer of the acronym. Okay. Now, the great thing about this game, because it would just be any other game, but the great thing about this game is that it's all about the culture. So anything that is Black culture, this is what it's about. We have different categories. They have everything from to Black Twitter to church. So they got it all. So we just don't play a couple of cards, just a couple. Just a couple.
I'm going to lose. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to lose.
No, you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose. I like to set everybody up for success. So here we go. We're going to do this one. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I forgot. You said you were managing a Christian rap artist.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So the first card we have, this category is church. Okay. And this is a saying that a certain bishop will say. He says these two words 3 times.
Get ready. Yes.
Yes. See, Bishop TD Jakes.
I'm real competitive too.
Girl, you know what? And I didn't even know, like, you were in that whole, like, you know, and I was like, I don't normally pull the church ones, but I'll pull church one day. All right. So we're going to play maybe just 2 more cards. All right. Now, let me see. Well, we're going to go from one extreme to another. All right.
Okay.
So this one is songs and lyrics. And I know it looks like a lot, but I'm going to tell you. This song is by a rapper who actually just recently passed away, unfortunately. And he was known for his and the dogs and the you know, stuff.
Oh,
and he had a song where all the Black people say, like, when they're at work, when people getting on their nerves, and it's like was our Black people theme song for a minute. When people are getting us on our nerves and gonna make us crazy, you know.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Yes, that's it. Girl, I told you I'm competitive. I was like, I just get all into it. Sorry, y'all.
That is it. So you know what? See? Okay, so we're gonna do one more.
Okay.
One more. All right. This one is from TV and film. Okay. So this is what Shug Avery said to Miss Seeley when Mr. brought Shug Avery to the house for the first time, and she took one look at Miss Seeley.
You was ugly?
Almost.
You was an ugly hoe? No. I don't know.
Celia, you had it right, except for you said you and then this word.
You sure is ugly.
That's it.
Oh no, that's not nice. Oh snap.
No. That is from the culture, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, you know what? I would not have been able to win if you weren't giving such great clues, okay?
Girl, I was trying to bring it because you said you were competitive. So I'm like, you know what? Let me bring the good clues.
Yeah, you know, you did that. You did that. I thank you very much for carrying the team.
girl. But I absolutely love this game. It's so much fun. And I haven't played it with my family yet, but my daughter's like, we're gonna play. I'm like, okay, we'll get around to it. But anyhow, everyone, thank you so much for joining us again here today. Again, this is season 3. We're kicking off here. Oh yes, Joy.
Humanity first, y'all. Hashtag humanity first. Remember that. If you never remember anything else, just remember humanity is first. At least that's what I believe.
That's beautiful.
If we can get it right, y'all, this world can be so much better if we all could just get it right. Let that ego go and let your spirit flow. Okay.
Okay, girl, you gonna put that in the book, girl. You gonna put it in the book. But everyone, yes, please, thank you so much for joining us again here today. We are so grateful to our guest, Joy W. Be the Difference Clothing LLC. I will put all of her information there. You're going to see everything from her Instagram to the YouTube channel to now. Also, to let y'all know, this show, even though it's airing on the GIM Network, a little bit later down the road, it's going to air on my YouTube channel, Sadie Says It All. So make sure you go there, because that's where you will find direct links to Be the Difference Clothing LLC and to her YouTube channel and to, you know, any links she has for her books. So that way it makes it easy for you. You can just go there and click on what you need. So make sure you check out and follow the Sadie Says It All YouTube channel, because these episodes will air there. You know, first we're gonna be at the home. We're gonna be at the house first on the GIM Network, and then we're gonna go on over to my YouTube channel. So we again are so thankful to Joy for joining us and had an amazing time with you. Such good energy. And I wish you nothing but continued and further success. And thank you for spreading everything that you do. And you know, just continue to be as amazing as you are. And everyone, again, thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you next time. Bye.